oh, I suffer. And then, as a nice idea, we decide to not suffer. And it doesn't quite work that way. We keep butting our heads against the wall and trying to figure out some way of alleviating, of practicing, of living our life. But all along that way of trying to figure it out, what is it that supports our search? And I think that's where this concept of merit is really helpful. The word merit is actually terrible as a word. I mean, it sounds like sort of Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, and you get your merit badge, and it isn't so. It's not quite what we're doing, and it so often Thai people in particular, come to the monastery, or I meet them in different places. They're living in the West, and the word that's usually used as merit in Thai is bun, and it comes from the Pali punya. That word punya. When Thai language, you always try to get things down to one syllable, so that shorten things, drop so bun. And they're always Thai people are always asking, how do you translate bun? I'm trying to tell my friends about Buddhism, and I'm trying to teach my kids about Buddhism, and I'm trying to teach them about bun. And what is that? How do you translate it into English? And it really doesn't. It translates difficult, and it's difficult to translate because it has so many. It's such a rich area of experience. So this word punya. I think it's really helpful to get a feel for what it actually is, and I think this is one of the words that I would lobby to not try to translate. If we can get this into the English language, that'd be great. Just punya, and because it is really, to me, it's really nuanced. And there's another beautiful little discourse where the Buddha actually says to the effect of, do not be afraid of punya. Punya is another word for happiness and well-being, and this is so that this punya is a way that we can experience a sense of happiness and inner well-being, and not to be afraid of it, because sometimes there is a certain a tendency in the West to sort of think of what's the goal, what's the highest knowledge, and how do I get there as quick as possible, and then end up sort of skipping over a lot of the actual fundamentals without thinking that it's okay.